The parrot who painted rainbows. Once upon a time, in the middle of green big jungle, there lived a parrot named Pico. Pico wasn't an ordinary parrot. While other parrots loved flying, copying other sounds, Pico loved colors. He loved to watch butterfly dance and staring the orange sunset and collecting colorful leaves. His feathers were bright green, but Pico has always wished that she could be fly and colorful like a rainbow. Every evening, after flying around the forest, Pico would sit on a high branch and dream. He would look at the sky and say, "Oh, how lovely it would be to paint the jungle with rainbows." But the other birds laughed at him. "You are a parrot, not a painter," said the Miana. "The rainbows are only in sky, not in trees. Why don't you just squeak like the rest of us?" Pico felt sad, but didn't stop dreaming. One morning, while flying near the waterfall, Pico saw something shiny near the rocks. Curious, he flew down and found a box, a wooden old box, with the little pots inside. Each pot had painted yellow, green, red, blue, purple, and more. Next to the box was a little sign written on the stone. It read, "To the one who believes in color, these paints are yours, but use them with kindness and magic will flow." Pico's eyes lit up in silence. Pico said he had picked up the leaves, dipped into the rain paint, and brushed the stone over. The stone just didn't turn out red, it sparkled like ruby. Pico flapped his wings in joy. "I will paint the jungle with rainbow." The next morning, Pico woke up with early and flew to the jungle in the darkest corner, and he was very happy. He dipped the twig in blue paint, colored the branch, then yellow, orange, and he painted the branch started to glow. Flowers began to bloom, and suddenly butterflies fluttered in air. The air felt fresh, and soon animals came to see near him. "Who did this?" asked the jungle lion Raja. "I did it," said Pico. "I just wanted the jungle to smile." Raja looked at Pico with wide eyes. "You have a gift, but be careful. Too much color in one piece can make the beauty rest dull." Pico nodded. From that day, every morning, Pico flew to the new part of the jungle. He painted gently, and one tree's hair rocked there and pond with purple ripes. The birds who came to tease once Pico now to help him. Miana, May was carried by the water. Roar have even dipped the mouse. But not everyone was happy. Up on the hill lived a grumpy lizard named Laser. He didn't like the change. He liked things dull and quiet. "This parrot is ruining the jungle," he hissed. "Too many colors, too much noise. I must stop him." One night, while Pico was asleep, Laser sneaked into the jungle. He found the magic paint box. He dipped his long tail into the black paint and splashed it over. The next morning, the animals gasped. "What happened?" cried the baby monkey. "The colors are gone," said the Meena. "Who did this?" he whispered. Laser stood on the rock and said loudly, "The nature's way. The jungle is not a circus. Go back to being parrot." Pico looked at the tree and then to animals. He took a deep breath. "You are right, Laser," he said kindly. "The jungle is beautiful in its own way. I only want you to add smile." Pico turned around, picked up his paints and flew away. Days passed, the jungle grew quiet. The trees stayed dull. When the storm passed, the forest was a mess. The next morning as the sun rose, a soft sound was heard. Chirp, chirp, chirp. It was Pico. He flew back with his wet feathers, but his heart strong. He looked around and said the jungle needs to be joyed again. And Laser blinked. "Yes," Pico said. Every time the rainbow would appear in the sky, the jungle would say, "Look, that's Pico Dream flying up there." The moral of the story is, kids, your dreams can bring colors to the world. If you bring in them, share with them with kindness. So kids, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.